Oh, all right. Welcome to my show. Thank you for joining me. And as you can see from the last video, we've got a jacket installed over the uh, cast iron. Got the burner mounting installed. And there's the refractory observation port with a test port there for draft over fire. We've got the knockouts removed. This is for the operating low order cutoff probe location, and that's for the manual reset probe location. Stainless steel, 1 by 1/2 inch stainless steel bushings for the sight glass fitting, and this is the where you would normally do the skimming. That's what where the factory calls. That's an 1.5 inch plug there. The sight glass fittings that are currently came with this boiler are this unit. Very nice looking. Made in USA. It's got a 250 steam working pressure rating, WSP. The main problem I have with this is it only got 1/8 inch tapping for the drain, and these drains here are really kind of lame. They don't let out a whole lot of water, and so I'm gonna either take that off, and I got that red hardened dope on there, which is interesting to remove. We could drill that out, but right now we're just going to put these Combracos in with the 1/4 inch outlet where we're going to put our boiler drain cock right there, as we normally do. You've seen me do that in other videos, and then have a hose run to the side there to a bucket for draining. So we've got the piping installed. Looks pretty good, actually. And the only part that I haven't made up yet is the rest of the equalizer line. I've got a mock-up there of how I think it's going to go. I'm coming out with the 3 inch to allow for sludge collection, and we're going to put a cap and a nipple there to allow the sludge to be drained out. You definitely do not want the sludge to accumulate, because that, I believe, promotes corrosion between the sludge and the steel of the pipe over time. I'm probably going to add a longer nipple here to bring this to 4 inches below the normal working water line. That's a 9 inch nipple there. I'm probably going to go to 10 inch. And then I've got stainless steel street L, 1.25 inch stainless steel street L for the return piping. It's probably going to start there and bring it into here. So that's how I'm going to run the skim tapping. I've got a 3x2 bushing there, and one of the things that I put the bushing in place before I put the jacket, and it was very difficult to get the jacket around, and I had to chop away some, I had to butcher some sheet metal there to get that in place. That was kind of my fun. And this is the relief, 15 pounds, 450 pounds per hour. And this will be the skim tapping, a nice 2 inch skim tapping, which is, I think, should be adequate for this boiler. I think the 1.5 inch on the front, where all the burner stuff is probably going to be too little. That's your rear observation port mounted. And one of the things about the mounting this jacket, which was a real pain, Let me see if I can pull this inspection jacket out. Are these mounting brackets. Everything keys off of these mounting brackets, and the way they've got these bolts configured, one has a washer on the other side and one doesn't, and it locks onto there. See, there's the washer, and then there's a washer there, and it's very difficult to get these to be plumb on both angles, and that makes life difficult to line everything else up. I've got this, the screw is not tightened to enable everything to kind of move around in place, but I would recommend that you get a washer to install between these nuts to even it out and make it a little easier to mount that. Didn't have one today, so, well, c'est la vie. Got it to work, but boy, it was a pain. So usually they want you to come out of here and mount the pressure controls and the gauges and so forth, but not really happy about that. So these are the ones that they use for the float controls. See if you can go down in there. I think I showed you that before on the earlier video. So we've got these stalks coming out. I think these are like 16 inches, and this is, I think, 11 inches. And this is where we're going to mount the manual reset pressure control. And this is probably where we're going to mount the vapor stat and probably a low pressure gauge. So the PSE 801 120 volts probably going to be mounted here, and it's just enough clearance between that and the sight glass. This is the classic footprint that they've been using for a while, but I think they've stopped making these, and they're going to start making the new FPC 1000, which, as you can see, sets for everything: hot water, steam, manual, auto, and also 24 volt and 120 volt. Let's see if I got that there. So you've got to hook it up to the right unit, and then these dip switches are set to the appropriate mode that you want to operate this control. And once you operate the control in that mode once, then it pretty much is locked into that mode. So anyway, it's nice, but the main problem for us is the lack of clearance to put this in. Then that means you probably have to use a remote. This will be used for the manual control. Excuse me, yes, the manual lockout there. Well, so thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one to show further progress. Be well and happy steaming.